For those of us who grow landscape plants in any form, there's some really exciting news that came out recently, and that is that after 30 years, the USDA has updated its hardiness zone maps. Those maps are really the Bible for gardeners who want to know what will grow where. And the interesting thing about these maps is they are showing that we are now warmer in a lot of locations, and we are watching those cool zones slip up to the north. Here's the deal on the zone maps. They actually indicate the lowest average minimum temperature, and that's an average, and over that 30-year lifespan. So originally we were zone 4 in the northern part of Nebraska. We are now zone 5, and in the lower part of Nebraska, in the southeast corner, we are now zone 6. Another interesting thing that USDA has done, and this is technology at its best, is GIS allows them to now go by 5-degree differences. So zone 4 to zone 6, 20 degrees, but we have an A and we have a B, so there is a 5-degree difference in those locations. Why does that make a difference to gardeners or anybody who is working in the living world? The landscape is a system, and what we can see then is some plants that did not thrive in our zone 5 in climate may be thriving because we are now a little bit more zone 6. The other thing that we are also seeing is some of the plants that we may not want are beginning to produce viable seed. They are becoming, if not invasive, at least pretty aggressive. So we have to keep our eyes on those. The follow of that, of course, is here come the insects, or here go the insects. Here come the diseases, or here go the diseases. So the system is very linked. A cautionary note to anyone who is actually working in the living world, and those of you who do that, of course, don't need this cautionary note, but that is that Mother Nature also then just decides what is going to happen. So we may say, oh, winters are going to be milder, this is going to be great. That may bring us ice instead of snow. That may bring us drought. That might bring us an open winter, which can really be desiccating or drying to plant materials. It can cause some insects and diseases to bite the dust. It can cause others to overwinter in a different way. All of those will be linked together in the landscape world or in the living world. The other cautionary note is, of course, the temperatures that are average annual minimums doesn't mean that it won't be 31 below zero in a location where it's really only supposed to be 5 below zero. And not many plants, and certainly even a lot of people, cannot stand that kind of a temperature change. So the great thing about this update, though, is it does give us an opportunity to think about how are we going to plan for and plant for our future crops, our future landscapes. What are we actually going to do? So if you want to look at your own location, the USDA has all those maps on their website. They are very interactive now. You can actually zoom in on your own location by zip code. You can see where you are, and then of course think about your own microclimate environments, because the north side of a house, the south side of the house, east and west are completely different oftentimes. They will allow you either to grow things or not grow them depending on those locations. You add in the wind, you add in precipitation, and we have that incredible, beautiful, complex growing environment with a lot more information and a lot more technology helping us understand what we can do.